Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast, What's the Odds with Steve Renazizi. Happy Earth Day, April 21st,
Woo.
2021. One day after 420, which is, like another Earth Day, right? We're a 4-pack today. We got our Emma
Hey.
back, thank goodness. God.
What's up?
Did we miss you, Em? We were pretty sloppy. We were pretty fucking sloppy. We started.
I love the slop.
Which week was it that we were doing it and we had to stop like 20 minutes in because I just fucked up?
Oh, that was a couple of weeks ago.
Which week are you talking about? Because that's happened multiple times.
I know what I'm doing. I'm just not confident and I can't multitask. Like I can't, do the fucking yap and the what's it, and then do the share screening, and then are we actually recording this fucking thing? I can't do it all. I can't.
You know what? I'm glad you can't do it all because that means I have job security.
That's right. Thank God we are idiots. Total fucking dunces. And yeah, thank God Emma's back. And Lucas Hurl's here. And of course, we got our baby Brenton Biddlecombe. And so, yeah, we're, by the way, I want to start by saying thank you to everyone who came to the 3 East Comedy Club in Colorado Springs this past weekend. It was a fun weekend. I had never been to Colorado Springs. Nice kind of military town, cool people. Brand new comedy club. Guy opened it up in September during a pandemic. So you got to give him credit. He's got some balls. So yeah, it's building slowly. And so it'll be a real good comedy club. But that was fun. And then also, off the bat, I want to say I will be in Omaha, Nebraska this weekend at the Waiting Room in Omaha, Nebraska. It's a cool new club, rock club, comedy scene place. And I moved this gig like 3 or 4 times because for COVID reasons and capacity reasons. But now we've landed on this time, and I was communicating with the owner and going back and forth with him. And he goes, at one point he said, "Hey, I also just want to let you know, here's some golf courses you can play. I know you got new sticks." And I said, "How did you know?" And he goes, "I'm a huge WTO, What's the Odds fan. I'm also a Patreon member, and I've come to many of your shows before. So thank you very much. I'm very excited about this weekend. I'm going to be getting to play golf with him. So if you live in Omaha, I implore you to come. One show Friday. I believe I have one show on Saturday to the Waiting Room. Tickets are at thewaitingroom.com. That sounds right. I'm not 100% sure of the website. I made that up. But thewaitingroom.com sounds like it's the right thing to do.
It's probably a porn site.
Yeah.
Well, look, then stop there for a second.
You should do some research before you send people on the wrong thing.
Don't you understand that the gist of this podcast is I just spout my dumb mouth without
Sorry, did you say the jizz of this podcast?
Yeah, the jizz all over your face of this podcast is that I spout my dumb mouth and I say things that I don't necessarily know to be true or are factually correct, but I make them sound like they are. Let me tell you right now, if you looked up thewaitingroom.com, chances are you're going to fucking land on it.
It's the waiting room.
I just did.
It's the waiting room lounge.com is in Omaha, Nebraska.
God. Yes.
Yes. The waiting room. It's actually just waitingroomlounge.com. There you go.
Or tickets.
Waiting. Okay. Now I feel like a real horse's ass.
I mean,
okay?
thewaitingroom.com is just an empty page. There's not really anything there. So it's not porn. So at least there's that.
It's up for buying, you guys.
We're going to make it a porn site, though.
We are. Can we get thewaitingroom.com and just make it like
very easily?
I think so.
Pictures of what? Pictures of what?
I don't know. Filthy things that you don't want to sit like in a waiting room. Just slides of shit where you're like, what was that?
Like the People of Walmart website, but it's just pictures of people in waiting rooms being weird.
Exactly. People anxiously in waiting rooms, sitting there awkwardly reading stuff. That's a fun idea. I like that. We just
reading a highlights magazine from 2002,
ripping out articles inside of magazines. You're like,
totally.
What the fuck? You can't just get your own. Anyway, Joel at the Waiting Room Lounge in Omaha, Nebraska. Thank you very much for supporting comedy, supporting me, supporting this show. And I'm very excited to get out there this weekend and do some shows. So boom. That is shameless plugs right off the top. But I will say this. I'm not in a good mood right now. Okay. I am wearing my Yankee hat. I am showing Long Island, New York, my home region. but I'm not happy with what's going on in the state of New York right now. I'm not talking about the Bills. I'm not talking about the Jets. I'm not talking about the Knicks. I'm talking about a team I didn't think I had to fucking talk about, the New York goddamn Yankees. And let me tell you something right now. I have supported this team in good times and bad. I am not a bandwagon fan. I did not come on when the Yankees started going on the run in the late 90s. Yeah, I was in college, and those were glory days for me. But I was around in the early to late 80s when Steve Sachs was our Bobby Meacham, okay? Old, bad teams, okay? I've seen fucking bad teams before. I've seen bad Yankee teams before. And this, what I'm looking at right now, is a bad fucking team. Top to bottom. Okay? They're supposed to be one of the top teams in baseball coming out of the gates. They got this unbelievable pitching staff, this lineup murderer's row. And let me tell you something. You look at this lineup, and they only have one professional hitter in the entire fucking lineup. One guy gets up there every time, and I go, I don't have to worry. He knows what to do. Situational hitting. He knows what to do. DJ LeMahieu is the only professional hitter the New York Yankees have in their lineup. That's it. 1 through 9. Okay? They have some other sluggers. They've got guys who have won MVPs. None of them know how to hit. None of them. Every single one of them looks for exit velo and try to hit the ball over the fence. None of them know how to let a situation down, see a situation and know how to handle it. None of them try to move runners over. Gary Sanchez, done. The Gary Sanchez project is done. It's over. It's concluded. It's a disaster. It's the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. It didn't fucking work. Do you understand? We're still sticking our fucking needles in our arms, but guess what? The blood clots and all those pass balls, they're showing up every fucking day. The swinging and misses on strike twos that are just horrible pitches. The never advancing the runners, to constantly grounding into double plays. The fact that you can't even put your fucking fat hand. You get taught as a catcher in Little League. You keep your bare hand, the one that doesn't have the fucking big piece of leather on it, behind your stupid back. You know why? It's not because you're Superman and you're impervious to pain. It's because sometimes it gets hit with a fucking bat or a 99-mile-an-hour ball. Do you understand that, idiot? Gary Sanchez couldn't even stay healthy enough to keep his hand from getting hit. He missed 3 games, which, you know what, by the way, they were fucking great. Yeah, we didn't win, but still, Kyle Higashioka had some great at-bats. Some real, like, at-bats, not just 3 pitches, swing for the fences, and whoops, we'll see what the fuck happens. Gleyber Torres, that project's done too. We traded Chapman from the Yankees to the Cubs because all we knew we weren't in the playoffs, and we knew they needed someone to win the World Series for them, and they did. But all we wanted back was Gleyber Torres. That's all you heard about, Gleyber Torres. This guy's the next Derek Jeter, but with power. Gleyber Torres. Well, guess what? My son asked me last night, would you rather have Derek Jeter today or Gleyber Torres? And what do you think my answer was? Give me the captain right now. 48 years old, out of the fucking gate. Yeah, he might not get many hits, but guess what? In a week from now, he's going to win us fucking games. And I know he's going to field the ground ball and throw it to first base. Not skip it over there, not try to make everything look like it's a fucking impossible play. Gleyber Torres, done. Over. Clint Frazier, you're done. Sorry. I voted for you because you had red hair, and I thought you were super talented, but he came up last night with the bases loaded and nobody out. He's 0 for 68. His last 68 plate appearances, he has not had 1 RBI. Not one. You come up with the bases loaded. Nobody out. First pitch, pass ball, run scores. Next pitch, he pops it up to the first baseman. Jonah goes, does that count as an RBI? I go, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. 0 for 69. Disaster. Okay? And I'll tell you this. 1977, when the Yankees was the year a lot of things happened. The year I was born, the Yankees won the World Series that year. But Billy Martin started off 2-7 or 2-8 that year. And right around this time yesterday or today, right around that time, he said, this fucking team can't hit. This team sucks. This team's not gelling. And you know what he did? He put the 9 guys he was going to start in the game into a fucking hat, right? And he pulled the names out one by one, and that was the fucking lineup. And you know what? They went on to win probably, I think, 11 games in a row, 12 out of 13, some sort of run, and they end up winning the World Series that year. But it just showed, it's like, you know what? No one is better than anybody else on this fucking team. We all fucking suck. Every one of them sucks. Every one of them except for DJ LeMahieu and Garrett Cole are the only ones doing their job. And I take that back. The bullpen, which I was like, oh God, let's see what happens. They're second best bullpen in the league. They're right behind Toronto in ERA. The only reason we've won 5 games is because of the bullpen and Garrett Cole. It's ridiculous, and it's time. And I hate to say it. This is the last one I'll say. Aaron Judge. Yeah, you were supposed to be the face of New York, and you still might be. The gap-toothed face of New York. The great gap-toothed hope since Michael Strahan. And you got your gap fixed this year, and good for you. Congratulations. Maybe you'll get more Subway commercials. But guess what? Probably not with the way you're fucking hitting. It's time to make it. When you come up first and second with a one run game or tie game in the 7th inning, it's not about hitting a home run. You got first, hit the ball hard where they are not, okay? If I got first and second and nobody out, and we are down a run or even tied, and it's the 8th inning, and Giancarlo Stanton came up, right? If I saw that motherfucker lay a bunt down to the third base line and move everyone over, and now you got bases loaded, nobody out, do you think people would be like, what are we paying this guy for? What the fuck's going? No. It would be a productive it would be a productive at bat. I don't even give a fuck if he got thrown out at first base. If he moved the runners over and gave somebody else a chance instead of striking out on 3 pitches and trying to hit the fucking exit velo off the charts, I can't take it anymore. I can't. And the rest of these guys, Tyone and Kluber, yeah, guess what? It's time. You want to become a Yankee? You want all that Yankee money? Well, here's what it comes with. Pressure. It's time to throw more than fucking 3 in the 3rd inning. It's time to get out there and throw 5 plus 6 innings and not leave the bullpen with their fucking arms falling off every single night. 2 guys are doing their jobs. Everyone else is not. And let me tell you, if it continues this way, Aaron Boone's got to go. No more Mr. Nice Cop. We don't need it anymore. We need a Lou Piniella. We need someone there, a Lou Piniella, a Billy Martin, someone to go, this team sucks. They're not good. I don't give a shit what you get paid or what your draft spot was. You suck. And fire him and bring in Buck Showalter again. Let me tell you something. Buck Showalter would not stand for this shit. All right. That's it. I'm sorry. It's either here or Tracy has to listen to it. And now it's terrible because me and Jonah watch the games, and it's like I get so and I curse, and now it's like I got to give her $5 every time I curse. Yesterday was the first game I've gone without cursing, but I told her Chapman was pitching in the 9th inning. He walked a guy. They were up 3-1, and now the tying run comes to the plate, and she was in the other room. Jonas goes, "Oh man, we didn't need this. We didn't need this pressure." I go, Trey, on my end table, there's a $20 bill because if he lets up a home run right now, I'm going to say 4 curse words in a row that probably have never been said together. And thank God he didn't. He struck out the guy, but it's like, I can't deal with this shit anymore. I really can't. No one instills confidence in me on that team, and I'm done with it. And none of this, like, I understand none of this means anything to anyone that doesn't care about the Yankees, but you as a sports fan, you have to understand, you need the Yankees to be good. The Dodgers are doing their job. They're making games exciting. They're making games fun. That fucking Dodger-Padre series, Christ, give me 19 of those any day of the week. The Yankees are not a good team to watch, not a fun team to watch, not an exciting team to watch, a pretty boring, plain. If you told me they were the Kansas City Royals, I'd say that makes sense. And I'm not saying they got to be the Bronx Bombers putting 8 up a night, but give me fucking 5. And don't do it all in one night either. And that's all I got to say about that. That's all I have to. Do you have anything to add, either one of you? Have you watched any of these games? They are the game of the week tonight. I don't know what time this will be going out, but it's Wednesday right now, and they are the game of the week tonight. But cautiously optimistic.
I've watched them lose twice to the Blue Jays. Those are the games I've watched so far.
Yeah, to the Blue Jays constantly. Because the Blue Jays, you know what?
In extra innings.
Here's the deal. Nobody get the Yankees allure. Oh, the Yankees. No one gives a fuck. No one. The Blue Jays don't care. They're the sons of Hall of Famers. Do you understand what confidence they have? They've seen championships. They've been in locker rooms when guys have been fucking spraying champagne on each other. You think the Rays give a shit? Oh, the Rays are our little sister, our little brother. We beat them up. No, they don't give a. I mean, after last year, they certainly don't. And they came in and swept us. They don't give a fuck. Nobody's scared of the Yankees. And you know what? No one on the Yankees, except for Brett Gardner, has won a World Series on the Yankees. So there's no one out there to go, this look at this team. They're all a bunch of winners. There's no Jeter. There's no Mariano Rivera. There's no Andy Pettit. There's no, even CC Sabathia was a winner, had won the World Series with them. They don't have it anymore. So they got to find it within. And no one is going to give it to them because they're not, no one is scared of any sort of New York Yankee allure.
They need George Steinbrenner.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. In 1988, if you started off like this, George Steinbrenner would already be, he had his sources at the news and he was already bitching to people about it. What the fuck's going on with this team? But you can't do that now because everyone's feelings get hurt. You don't want to hurt Aaron Boone's feelings. We don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Look, I'm ready to fire him. You told me today, right now, they fired him and hired Buck Showalter. I go, let's go. Let's do it. We have had a good team for the last 4 years. He has delivered, but we have under-delivered in the playoffs. It's a shit or get off the pot year for a lot of them. And if they're still playing like this in July, well, then it's a fire sale. Get what you can get for Gleyber Torres. Get what you can get for Clint Frazier. Get what you can get for Aaron fucking Judge. That's the way it is. No one's dumb enough to take Giancarlo's contract. We're saddled with that for the rest of our lives. But, what are you going to do? But going forward, it's like these guys are not professional hitters. They're not. And they may show sparks, but none of them. Gleyber Torres, Miguel Andujar, those guys that rookie year, they really went out there and they hit the ball to all fields. They were not trying to pull the ball. Like if I'm saying to myself, if I'm not a power hitter, if I'm Gleyber Torres and they're putting the shift on me every single time, you know what that means? I'm a bad fucking hitter. They know exactly where I'm going to hit the ball every time. So no matter how hard I hit it, someone's standing there. DJ LeMahieu, he gets hits to the opposite field, left and right. Every 3 hits, one of them's going opposite field, maybe even 2 out of 3 sometimes. You can't shift on him. You got to play him equal. So he will get hits up the middle if the pitcher can't get because no one's standing over there. He can sneak the ball. He can look to see where guys are playing him. He moves the ball. He hits the ball pitched. But everybody else, and I watch Gleyber Torres and Gary Sanchez, those 2 guys in particular, I watch them have bad at bat after bad at bat after bad at bat. And I don't know who fucking doesn't pull them aside. I know they get pissed off and they get in the dugout and they show, oh yeah, that's not it's a frustrating feeling to strike out. I don't give a fuck. Now you got to get yelled at by somebody else because it's not working. So it's a disaster right now. It's a fucking disaster.
Good news is plenty of time to turn it around.
Yes, but let me tell you, by the middle of May, end of May, it's hard to come back from a 10, 15 game deficit against another professional team. It is. There have been runs, but you have to prove that you can get on a run. Like there's nothing to indicate that they can go on a run. They're going to win when Cole goes out there, maybe if they hit that day. And then every other day, it's like a fucking crapshoot. Here we go. There's no one else I'm going, all right, good. Or this guy's, in the lineup going to carry us for the next week. Obviously, he's lighting up. No one. We are fucking Tom Hanks when he showed up on the Castaway Island, looking around like, what do I do now? How do I build anything? We're fucked. And we don't have a Wilson. There's no Wilson. Everyone's coming to kill you. Get your shit together and get it done now. All these statements I keep coming from Boone. Yeah, I know it's getting early. It's getting late early. Yeah. Well, you know what? I haven't seen I haven't seen you ridicule a single fucking person on that team. I'm sick of the good cop. We need the bad goddamn cop. Let me be the bad cop. I'm the bad cop. I don't want to be the bad cop. It's not my job. Now my blood pressure. See, I got to watch. What are we at here? I got to check my Apple Watch.
But I got to say, the Cubs are kind of in a similar boat. I mean, there's other teams that, like, I watch a lot of Cubs games just because I get Chicago stations on my TV. And, I mean, their offense is just non-existent, it seems. There's a couple teams that, like, the NL East, too, I thought would be way more competitive.
Well, they just have so many good pitchers. Yeah, they just have so many good pitchers. I mean, look, if I can only worry about one thing at a time. If I'm a Mets fan, I could sit here and when I look at Jacob deGrom and I say he's got one loss, I go, who the fuck beat Jacob deGrom? Who got Jacob deGrom for 5 runs in the 5th inning? Then you look at it, he gave up 2 runs on like blue pits and a sacrifice over 8 innings with like 14 Ks. It's like, that's not a loss. That's because the team sucks. The team sucks that day. Not me. I didn't suck. The team sucked. I didn't lose. Jacob deGrom does not lose. He's not going to lose. You're going to lose as a team if you don't hit the ball, but he will not lose the game. So that guy is infallible. You could completely understand if you're a Met fan how you're like furious that this guy doesn't have 300 wins already. It's nuts.
Yeah, he's gotten the worst run support for the last couple of years.
Nuts. Mm-hmm. So, I understand there's a lack of offense across the league, but it's not what we did in spring training. Spring training is spring training. Fuck it. Yeah, whatever. But it's like, these are the same guys you just kind of faced a little while ago. What did you not bring up with you? Is it the weather? Is it what is it? It doesn't, and you know what? I don't give a fuck what it is. Just fix it, write it, move it away, shove it into your gut, whatever it is, get rid of it. Because it's enough now. They need to go on like a 10-game winning streak just to get them back to like where they probably would be like a C+ for a start now. And it's, I see no indication. I'm happy that they won last night. It was a close game. I could have easily, striking out Freddie Freeman in the 7th or 8th inning late in the game was great. But, I'd like to see them fucking put a number up. Get some bats going. Feel a little bit better that way. That would be the first step. Okay? Then you let the starters, then you give them a little bit of room to breathe. The Klubers and the fucking Tallones and the guys trying to get out there, get a name for themselves. They're not clawing onto a 1-run, down a run or 2 runs and every single time trying to battle back. It can't happen that way. You can't have it. All right, fuck it. Let's move on, guys. Please. Please let me move on. Don't pull me back in.
Are you sure 20 minutes of Yankee rants?
Are we recording this?
Was that enough?
Because my luck, like this would have been last week.
Was I supposed to hit record on that?
Yeah, I don't know. And I would have been like, "Are we in?" And you'd be like, "I don't know. You're the one doing it." So maybe it's the best. Maybe it's for the best. If it
Let's start it over.
No, I got all that. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Tell me about Gleyber Torres.
Please.
Does Jonah feel the same way?
Oh my God, dude. Oh.
I mean, where do you think Jonah learned how to feel about it?
And you know what it is? It's like he's so fundamental that he sees when he's like, I'm looking at, like, they have that new camera angle. It's almost it's off to the right of the catcher, but you can see the catcher, the umpire, the pitcher, and pretty much the shortstop on the angle that way. And when they cut to it, you see Gleyber like kicking dirt around when the guy's in the windup and shit. Like, and he sees that, And he goes, that's nuts. Because first of all, he's not getting yelled at, but we're yelling at everybody else in the team to be in ready position at all times. So he hears it 1,000 times a day. And he goes, and like to him, it's unfathomable that someone's getting paid to do what he would do for fucking free every day of his life that can't even listen to the shit that you're supposed to know when you're 8 years old. So it's, I mean, I don't have to tell him. It's in his blood. And, like, he knows. He just, he's frustrated. He gets frustrated. We both get frustrated. You watch the games and it's like, fuck. It's very upsetting. And, I'll continue to watch and I'm going to continue to support, but I don't have to agree with what's going on. And that's why
you
I
don't
have
have
this.
to be happy about it.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
I've been watching the Sabres for the last, 15 years, just be the worst team in the league.
Yeah, but I mean, what if the Bills started off 1-5 next year? And you were like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Like, what?
I
not
mean,
1-5, 1-3, 1-3.
It would be a bummer, but
yeah, but they
in
also
a
weren't playing.
Season.
Like Josh Allen had 12 picks and 10 touchdowns and 12 picks. You'd be like, what the fuck is going on right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not the same team that we left off with last year. This isn't the team that we just had, like, whatever.
I mean, that could happen. It's not likely, but it could happen. But I also believe that with the coaching staff they have and the talent, that they'd be able to figure it out.
Well, they got to. And I don't want to hear if I hear any more talk, again, if this all goes back to, well, the numbers say, and the numbers and the numbers, I don't give a fuck about the numbers, okay? Do you understand? Is everyone clear with that? I don't care what the numbers say. I know, because if Aaron Boone tried to fucking pull the names out of a hat and make a lineup right now, he'd get, this guy is not no. You sit Gary Sanchez. You sit all these fucking unproductive cunts. I don't care what the numbers say. Sit them. Bring somebody else up. Bring in someone. Change it up. Flip it around, because what's going on right now isn't working. All right, we're moving on. Do not get me going again. You guys start the next subject. You pick Oscars or NFL. Tell me while I get a drink of water. Tell me.
Well, the newest rumors in the draft right now are that the Panthers are going to look to trade down, quite possibly, I think, with New England, because if a quarterback does not go fourth overall, you'll have either Justin Fields or Trey Lance sitting there at 8. Patriots pick at 15. So they could probably give up a second-round pick and go up 7 spots. And then also the Giants are candidates to trade down, but Gettleman, I guess, has never traded down. So he said that he'd like to, but he says that every year.
Okay, so run this by me one. We'll take it one at a time. Run me by the first one. So you're saying New England will trade a second-round pick to move up 6-7 spots to
I'm saying that, yeah,
for what they think they can get
talk.
Trey Lance or something like that. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me start by saying this. I owe you an apology, Lucas, because I said something dumb last week, and I take it back now. I do not think that. It felt good. I do not think that that Oregon lineman. Yeah, or the Northwestern guy. It's Pitts is the second You're right. I watched a lot of stuff on him this week. And then I just saw something Mel Kiper said. He was like, because Orlovsky asked him, where do you think Pitts lies all time as a prospect for tight end? And he said, without a doubt, number 1. And he goes, and I've been doing this since Kellen Winslow Sr. So he goes, I have him ranked over him, over Kellen Winslow Jr., over anyone coming out. This is the highest ranked tight end. And, you watch a lot of tape on him, and it's like the guy could be a wide receiver. He could, he's big. So I think you're right. I think he goes to the first team that doesn't want a quarterback, which now is who you think?
I think Atlanta, because I've also read that Matt Ryan's contract is pretty hard to just cut him. They take a huge cap hit.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to give him another year or two.
Okay, so that's the third pick or the fourth?
The fourth.
The fourth. Okay, so you got the 3 quarterbacks, Lawrence, and then boom, and then you got him.
And then 5th was Cincy. Apparently, Lamar Chase is a name that's getting thrown around a lot. Probably very likely because he played with Joe Burrow and they have that connection. They won a title together. The thing with that,
he's the wide receiver, right?
Yeah, from LSU.
Yeah.
The thing with like Sewell and a couple other players, like he didn't play last year. And I know, players can opt out because of COVID and that's their right. But if I'm drafting in the top 10, I'd take the player that played last year over the one that didn't.
Depending, I'm still gonna I'm still gonna look at you got a lot of tape on that guy, and it's not like he just was injured and sat out, or like he couldn't play. Like he was doing football related activities. He just wasn't getting the contact and getting concussed and getting beat up as much as the guys that played last year, which I agree with, because if you are that talented and that highly touted, it's like, why risk going out there for something that you may not like? No one knew going into it whether the season was going to be completed, whether there was going to be a bowl, whether there was going to, so it's like there was a risk factor. And if I had the talent that that guy had, I'm not sure if I would necessarily want to go out there and risk it either, because you just hear about how strong he is, how versatile he is. And, I've seen a little bit of tape on him, and I'm not great at offensive linemen. They all kind of look like they should, it's like almost like a dance. Like who did, if you know the routine, if you know when to pull and block and go out, or, that you look good. But I just feel like there's enough on him that he didn't really hurt his stock by not playing. And I think it'll come down to a thing where you go, hey, if I'm Cincinnati, do I want him to throw the ball to someone, or do I want someone blocking for him? And like, again, I just don't know how as a person that, Daniel Jones has had weapons the last couple of years, the Evan Ingrams and before that, the Odells and other people. But it's like, if you have no time for these new quarterbacks to sit there and try to give a little read and then it's you're not going to have a great productive offense. So I would, if it was me, if I'm building a team, I'm building it from protection first.
Offensive tackle is a decently deep position though this year. So
sure. Well, guess what?
Wide receiver isn't.
You know what though? Then you know what? I'm gonna get as many good fucking offensive linemen as I can get, dude. I'm gonna go get the guys it's like, why am I going to reach for a wide receiver that may not be? He's not as good as Mike Evans or Odell Beckham coming out of college, or even Devonta Smith. It's like, yeah, everything falls off after those two, but it's like, I'm not. This isn't a generational guy. I need someone that's going to. I could put my chips on protecting my quarterback. I got my generational quarterback. Now I got to protect him, because I saw what happens when I don't. Okay. And maybe I'll find someone, a gem. Maybe I'll find a later round wide receiver. I understand it's not but I'm going to continue to build on what I need. And the depth at offensive line, to me, if I'm them, is a good thing. Because it's like, well, now I can go get multiple good offensive linemen. It's not a bad thing.
I also want to throw this out there. I read this at Gillette Nation this morning, the Patriots fan website. It's a rumored trade between the Patriots and Packers, swapping their first round choices with New England receiving Jordan Love and a 4th round pick. Now, this is straight speculation. I don't think there's more than 2% of truth to this, but
yeah, I don't see that happening.
For
what Green Bay invested into Love, to give him up for a 4th round pick doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, they
they'd also
pissed off. Yeah. And if they use those extra picks to get more weapons or protection for Aaron Rodgers, then it's almost like a mea culpa for pissing them off in the first place. And by the way, quick side note, we have nothing to worry about with Aaron Rodgers hosting Jeopardy. I don't know if you guys watched it last week, but
you were impressed.
It's not
well,
quality.
Joe Buck's doing it this week, I think.
No, this week. Well, it's Anderson Cooper right now,
Okay.
and then I don't know if usually each one of these guys does 2 weeks. So Coop's doing this week. I assume he's going to do next week, and then maybe Joe Buck after that. I'm not sure.
Can we
But
get Tony Romo to host it, and he'll just predict what the answers will be before the contestants say them?
he does that little wry smile where he's like, it's Newton, right? It's Sir Isaac Newton. Yeah, Tony Romo would be good. Anyway, Aaron Rodgers. No.
Rodgers was better than by far the worst was Dr. Oz.
Well,
there was a petition getting him to not even finish his guest hosting.
He like mumbled, and every day he was like, "I cannot believe how smart these people are." I'm like, "You're a doctor, right? You're like, you know other smart people." He's like, it was like the way he put it was like they were doing wizardry. I'm like, "Fucking, what's your problem, bro?" I had a golf lesson today. I'm just trying to rehydrate.
You gave a golf lesson?
No, but the fact that you just said that, I have a little bit of an erection. Like the fact that you thought I'm good enough to give a lesson made me excited. No, I got a lesson. And I just said, I go like, I asked my instructor after we were done with the lesson, I go, "Do you like window seats or aisle seats?" And he goes, "What are you talking about?" I go, "Because when we fly private to the senior tour events, I need to know where you prefer to sit, because I'm an aisle man myself. I've got a bad back and I need to get up and stretch."
But if it's a private plane, does it matter if he likes window or aisle? Can't he just like lay down in the middle of the floor if he wants?
I'm getting the bed in the back. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just want him to be comfortable. So I don't want any of my riffraff friends just sitting in all the aisles. If my man,
you're gonna make sure you reserve him a seat.
He has to have a seat. He's with me. He's my guy. He's going to, he already knows we're going to the next level. He knows it. He's preparing me mentally. Jonah got this book, 18, I don't know what it's called. 18 something to mental, like a good athletic mental strength. It's not even good that I don't know the name of the book.
Way to plug it.
18 ways to be good mentally at being sports. And I started reading it for myself just to kind of be like, and I was like, know that. So I was like, check. I'm good to go. Mentally, I'm not worried at all about my competition. I just have to make sure that physically my body is ready and like a finely tuned engine ready to fire when I need it to. And it will. But yeah, so I had to rehydrate there. Sorry. What else did I want to say about the draft? Let's get back to the other thing, the Giants. Why do they think the Giants are moving down? Because what? They don't need anything that's up at the top, Gettleman?
I don't think they'll move down. It's just every GM says they want to move down a week before the draft.
Yeah, to see what they can get.
Yeah. But I think more and more likely that a quarterback won't go fourth. I mean, we'll do a mock draft next week and kind of guess who goes where. But if the Falcons stay at 4, they're not taking a quarterback. So one of the two between Fields and Lance will drop down to 8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
Denver will probably take one of the two. But if they don't, the Giants are kind of in a sweet spot because they'll be able to kind of name their price.
Well, then does Belichick go? Yeah. Does Belichick go? He has to go to the Giants then and go, right? Or does he have to get up above the Giants?
Well, I think he's trying to get above the Giants right now. I think he's trying to get up to 8. The Panthers, I think, are the likeliest candidate in the top 10 to trade right now because they have a lot of needs. They can just take best player available. They want to trade back.
All right. Well, it's going to get interesting.
But if the Giants stick where they're at, Micah Parsons, I think, is perfect for 10. Or I think, he's set to go right about where they're at, and I don't think they can trade back and still get him. And he's such a huge need. I mean, in free agency, the Giants have really revamped that offense, but the defense.
Yes. Yeah, they have, and they got a little bit better on defense too. But I mean, I'm looking at like, like I said, that kid from Florida, the defensive kid, the Patrick Surtains. Like some of these. Like I would love to have a shutdown cornerback. When's the last time you had a New York Giants shutdown cornerback? We had Revis over at the Jets for years and years. I don't remember the. Yeah, but I mean, then he started fucking that girl. Like Seahorn was like, and then we get lit up, and then he was like, and like the fact that he was white didn't help. I'm sorry, it doesn't. You've got to overperform.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I just hope that Gettleman knows what the fuck he's doing. And again, we put our eggs in the Gettleman basket, and this is a big year, and so he knows that, he feels it too, and so hopefully it all goes well. Yeah, we'll do a mock draft next week. It should be interesting.
But also, it seems strange too. The more mock drafts I see, they have Devonta Smith going later and later.
Why is that? Because he's 170 pounds or something. Everyone's worried about his weight.
He's a tiny man.
Have they seen Tyreek Hill or like any of these other guys that are like not? Tyler Lockett's not a big dude.
No.
It's I mean, look.
But
again,
I think if you're gonna spend that much draft capital, you want someone who's more a DK Metcalf versus his build.
Odell Beckham, I bet you, is no more than 170 pounds. I bet you not. So
Yeah. I don't know if you remember DK Metcalf. He was like one of the last picks in the second round.
Yeah, but that's not gonna happen again. That was when GM still felt like, these bigger wide receivers, we want smaller, faster guys, and now it's the opposite. And then in a few years, it'll flip-flop back.
Well, I've been yelling for that for the Giants for years because, they were drafting the Odells and stuff, and I wanted the Mike Evans and the bigger guys. But, now we finally got a big Galladay, so it's like that guy, throw him the ball. You need a Plexico Burress. You need someone you can go up and throw the ball to and just use your fucking height.
Someone that opens up the whole field.
Yeah. And if you get speed and strength with that, well, then, those are bonuses. But, yeah, it should be interesting. Let's move on to the Oscars, right? Good God. Are they doing that this year?
Right here. Oh yeah.
They're doing it virtually, Steve.
And we're you're gonna watch?
Probably not, Steve.
I mean, it's not going to be interesting at all.
Nope.
Oh,
What the fuck are they going to do?
Do you know where it's going to be this year, Steve?
At everyone's house, right? In the living room.
Well, the broadcast is going to be split between the Dolby Theater, which we all know at Hollywood and Highland, but the other location is Union Station in downtown, which is a train station.
Yep. Oh, these woke fucks. You know what they should do if they were really so woke? They should do it from the outside of both these theaters on the street and see how the fucking broadcast goes then. See how wacky it gets when all of a sudden you've got 3 people in a brass band that are homeless going up and down the street in the middle of the fucking broadcast. You know what I'm saying? When the shit goes off the rails, then you'll find out how woke all these fucking people are. They still, look at us. We're doing it from Union Station. Yeah, you're doing it from the comfort of inside the train station in a fucking place with security. Go do it in the fucking train. Do it on the train. Give an award out in the subway of New York City.
Do it directly on the third rail.
Yeah. Do it during rush hour, trying to get home. You want to be so fucking woke, politically correct. Give me a break, assholes. Oh, we're doing it at a train station. It's supposed to. Well, fuck you.
Wait, what is the point of the train station? Did I just miss that? I don't get it.
It's probably supposed to be like cool, like, I don't know. Go ahead, Lucas. Am I getting it wrong?
Union Station is cool looking.
Oh, it's beautiful.
A beautiful station.
Yeah, okay. But, it's like, do it outside where the real fucking riffraff is. You want to get tough?
Are they trying to be tough by doing it at Union Station? Is that the goal?
Why are they doing it in multiple locations? Why are they overextending themselves?
I assume.
Please,
I don't know.
Please give me a break.
Well, and
Everyone
I don't
wants to be
understand, like,
cool.
if everyone's, I'm assuming they require everyone to get tested and stuff before you're allowed, like, in the place anyway. So if everyone's clean and good, why this distancing thing? I don't get it.
I don't know. Because at any point, I guess someone could cough and we can all get it. Again, I'm doubly vaccinated. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what the rules are. I still wear. My life has not changed in any way, shape, or form.
No, they're saying even if you get vaccinated, you still have to wear a mask, and you could still
No,
catch
I
it,
gotta
and you
wear
can
a
still
mask
spread
everywhere
it.
I go.
So
Yeah. So in no way, shape, or form am I different than I was before. But I guess the Oscars are going to try to fucking carry on in some. I mean, do they have a host? Is it one person who is godly
question.
enough to host the saintly enough with no past whatsoever to host the Academy Awards
is this
year?
the one where they had no host last year?
Yeah, I thought they stopped doing a host because no one wanted to do it. Because
This
every
year's
time
host
they
is a
would do it, someone
gender
got canceled.
a gender neutral eunuch cloud. It's a cloud. It's a thing of gas, and that's hosting the Academy Awards. I mean, give me a break.
Okay. It's hosted by I've heard of one of these people, Ariana DeBose. Don't know who she is, but Little Rel Howery is the other one.
Lil Rel is great, good. He's funny. That's fun. That's good. I'm happy for him. The other person, I have no idea who that is. It's probably is it a woman?
Are people presenting
so.
like on
She's
Zoom?
She's probably a serious actress.
Brilliant chemistry together already.
Yeah. She's probably a serious actress who takes everything real seriously, and it's going to be a real fucking, a hoot to work with in the comedy aspect of it. Because
what was the year that they paired two actors together? Was it Jake Gyllenhaal host with remember how awkward that was?
No, it was James Franco. Yeah.
Yeah, James Franco. I mean, that's what we're going to get again. Just get two funny people that work together and write the safest script and just hope they don't go off the rails.
The move of that night was absolutely remember when Franco took the picture of him on the airplane with the drink and still in the tuxedo? He knows he bombed so bad. He went straight to LAX, straight onto a plane back to New York in the tux. Like, end of show, no after party, not I bombed.
Yeah.
I'm well aware of that, and I am out. That's true self-awareness. I remember that year. She was like a broken fucking toy because she it's the panic of someone who knows they're bombing and doesn't know how to get out of it. She just, like a fucking duck, just kept paddling more and faster and faster. And you could tell Franco that year. I remember that year. Like, when it was going badly, he was just like, whatever, just smiled, left her for dead. Exactly the way I would have done it. Left her for dead. She just she was like, just trying to make it funny. It's like, nope, this is not going to work. And then his move of just bouncing straight to the airport. I love that. But yeah, I guess we'll try it again. We'll see if it works better this time. All right. So then let's do some categories, right? What are the ones we want to do? Directing. I got an
Best
opinion on that.
Okay. Well, I guess think about 7 topics because we got the 4 acting categories.
All right.
So yeah. All right. I'm going to share the screen. Steve, do you want to make your picks first?
Sure. I'll make a pick first. Absolutely. I'll give you reasons why I'm right.
All right. We'll start with actor in a leading role.
Actor in a leading role. Okay.
Saw none of it.
Okay. Riz Ahmed for Son of Metal. Chadwick Boseman.
Sound of Metal.
Sound of Metal. Whoops. What is it when you can't? I'm starting to get the thing where I have to back it up. Everything's got to be back a little bit. I'm getting a little.
They call that aging, I think.
You know what, Emma? That's the first thing you've ever said that hurt me to the core.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Can I retcon it?
God, no,
they call that getting younger.
It's okay. It's all right. Anthony Hopkins, speaking of oldie fucks, he's in The Father. Gary Oldman.
Should be the grandfather.
Oh, nailed that one, Biddlecombe. You've been sitting on that for all podcasts? Jesus Christ. Gary Oldman in Mank and Steve Yeun in Minari. I am going with the deceased Chadwick Boseman.
Ooh, okay.
Have you seen any of these movies?
Not one of them.
Yeah, I have not either, but I'm going to go with Gary Oldman in Mank.
Okay.
I think I'm with Steve on Chadwick Boseman. I mean,
he's dead, right?
Yeah, they're gonna give it to him.
Yeah,
posthumously for sure. Although maybe I'm wrong, maybe they won't.
I may go with Anthony Hopkins because he's almost dead.
Well, he won the BAFTA.
Fair enough.
But he won the BAFTA, and it's like, yeah, he's probably the front runner, but it's like, of course the English cunts gave it to a fucking another English cunt. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
so I'm going with Chadwick Boseman.
Okay.
All right.
Actor in a supporting role.
Supporting role. We got Sacha Baron Cohen for The Trial of Chicago 7. Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah. Leslie Odom Jr., One Night in Miami. Paul Raiki in Sound of Metal. And Lakeith Stanfield in Judas and the Black Messiah. I think Daniel Kaluuya is going to win for Judas and the Black Messiah. I know usually they split because you have two people in the same from the same movie in the same category, and usually they split it up. And Leslie Odom Jr. is fantastic, but I think Daniel Kaluuya is gonna take it.
I concur with that.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Borat.
Oh, nice. My wife.
He was excellent. Trial of Chicago 7 was a really good movie, but Judas
I'm going to do my
Messiah,
impression for you of Sacha Baron Cohen in The Trial of 7.
It was a fucking
Everything was like, I'm from Brooklyn. You're not going to do that.
I think I agree with Lucas. I'm just going off of vibes right now, to be honest. That vibe feels right.
That's a vibe feeling right there, and you go with that vibe feeling, especially when gambling.
Okay, right. Actress in a leading role.
This one's
Actress
easy.
in a leading role. You got Viola Davis from Miss Rainey's Black Bottom, Audra Day, The United States versus Billie Holiday, Vanessa Kirby, Pieces of a Woman, Frances McDormand, Nomadland, and Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. Well, I think my heart says Frances McDormand, but my head says Viola Davis.
You should go with your heart on this one.
Year, right?
Go with your heart on this one. Francis shit in a bucket. You shit in a bucket, you're going to win an Oscar.
I know.
Yeah, but see, I haven't heard a lot of people. I haven't heard wonderful things. Like a lot of people I know saw that movie are like, yeah, it was fine. But
yeah,
like,
it was.
They don't
pretty.
say wonderful things about it. Yeah, like it was pretty, but that's it. So like, that's not the leading role.
This is the Oscars, and we give it to whoever shits the most in a bucket. It's all about art. They don't care about box office. They don't care about, thumbs up, thumbs down. It's who shit the most in a bucket.
In this category, it's easy for me to tell you who's exactly not going to win. Carey Mulligan's not going to win. Mm-hmm. Vanessa Kirby's not going to win. The other three people could win. I heard Audra. What's her name? Andra? I don't know how to say her fucking name. Andra Day.
Andra.
Whatever her name is. I heard she's fantastic in that movie.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I saw pieces of Miss Rainey's Black Bottom, and Viola Davis is incredible. She's almost
I love Viola Davis.
Yeah, she's like what's her name? Like fucking Meryl Streep. She's infallible. But Frances McDormand shit in a bucket, and everybody wants to hear her speak. So I'm gonna go with Frances McDormand too. You got me, Biddlecombe.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And if she wins, she should have to shit in a bucket on stage. Because that'd be cool.
Is there a stage though, or are they all on Zoom? I don't understand.
She should shit in a bucket outside with all the other people shitting in the buckets outside of Union Station.
Cut to the outside of Union Station. You'll be plenty of shit buckets.
Frances couldn't be here tonight, but shitting in a bucket just like she did in the movie and accepting the water on her behalf is Malik. Okay. All right. What's the next one?
Brent, are you going Frances too?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to go with Carey Mulligan.
What? I just told you she couldn't win.
I think she can. I've seen all these films, and Promising Young Woman is the best picture that I've seen this year. So I thought she was fantastic in it. I'm going to go with the dark horse.
I'm going to pick Viola Davis just because I feel like I want someone to pick her.
You got to be different.
All
right. I got to be different.
You got to be you. I got to be me.
That's
Actress in a supporting role. Maria Bakalova for My Wife. Borat.
Read the whole title.
No, Glenn Close.
On, sound it out.
Glenn Close in Hillbilly Egley. Olivia Colman in The Father. Amanda Seyfried in Mank. And Yushin Yoon for Minari. Yoo Yoon. Fuck.
Is Maria Bakalova? She was the daughter in Borat.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
She was pretty good.
I think she's gonna win.
Yeah, she's going to win.
Yeah,
This is
I think so, too.
ridiculous. Yes,
Across
I think
the
she's
board.
gonna win. I really do. Oh, I gotta get my Theragun out later.
Brent, you think the same?
Yeah.
I think she's gonna win.
Give me Glenn Close, baby.
Dude.
Hollywood loves the old people.
They do.
True.
Yeah, but Maria's role was something that everybody talked about. It became national news.
Yeah, because remember when
she became culture shifting.
The Giuliani shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got Giuliani to get an erection. You got to give her an Academy Award for that. All right, let's not do any of this bullshit. I know they were all very important people, very important. All right, directing. Okay. Directing, and we'll do writing, and we'll do picture. How about that, okay? The people that really count. The important ones.
Oh,
all right, directing. Another round. Thomas Vinderbig. Mank, David Fincher. Minari, Lee Isaac Chung. Nomadland, Chloe Zhao. And Promising Young Woman, Emerald Fennell.
It's another round. None of the actors were nominated for another round, no?
Yeah, none of them.
No.
So that would in turn, in a way, be like the directing was not the best because none of the actors were nominated for their role. No?
Maybe.
Process of elimination?
Or this guy was just so good that was like you had to throw him in there, even though those people were such bad actors. He made him look like,
he still made him look good.
I don't know. I think I know who's going to win very much. I would almost put money on it. Nomadland, Chloe Zhao.
Okay.
Yeah.
First time director. Everyone loved it. She got McDormand to shit in a bucket, and it looks beautiful. So,
how do you think she convinced her?
And it's slow as fuck. And I think the slower it is, the more people are like, "Ooh, what a director."
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Emerald for Promising Young Woman.
Oh, I love that, Brenton. Because Emerald's also like a young, I think, first-time director, British woman. So I can see. I'm gonna go with David
she's
Fincher.
the chick. She's in a movie or she's in a TV show I watch. Oh no, she's in The Queen or The Crown, whatever the fucking.
Yeah.
The Queen's Crown.
I don't. Has David Fincher ever won?
Didn't he win for Gone Girl?
That was Casey Affleck, wasn't it? Or Ben Affleck? One of the
Ben
Affleck.
No, he didn't direct it. He was just in it.
Oh, I'm thinking of Gone Baby Gone. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So documentary, we'll skip. Do you want to do film editing?
No, we do writing and picture, and that's it. The important people. No offense, Lucas.
Score.
No, we're not doing fucking score because you don't like music. No, we're not doing score.
Let's do it.
No. We do writing and picture, and that's it, dude.
James Newton Howard, News of the World. Lock it in.
Suck my cock. Also News of the World.
Actually, Trent Reznor may win. They really like Trent Reznor.
David Fincher has not won any Academy Awards, but he has been nominated. He did win a Golden Globe for The Social Network. There you go.
And Trent Reznor won the best score that year for The Social Network.
Well, who gives a fuck? Writing. Original screenplay. I don't want to hear any of this fucking adapted bullshit. Give me your original idea. Judas and the Black Messiah. Minari. Promising Young Woman. Sound of Metal, and The Trial of Chicago 7. And I know who I think is going to win. The Trial of the Chicago 7. Why? Because Aaron Sorkin wrote it. I know you're going to say Promising Young Woman, right? That's what you're going to say. And that was my second choice, but that's not the one that's going to win. Because Sorkin runs the business. Do you understand me?
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Good take, Brandon.
Oh, boy. Oh boy, you're gonna be.
I think it's gonna be Emerald Fennell because she won't get best directing, but she will get this.
That's why I think she would be the second place. I wish they showed second place so I knew how wrong Brent was. Judas and the Black Messiah comes in last.
All right, and the cream of the crop.
Best picture. We got The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of the Chicago 7.
It's kind of wild how much content comes out in a year, and the same like 6 movies get nominated for every single award.
Yeah,
bonkers.
Because obviously these are the 6 best things that were ever created this year. So, or whatever. I believe Judas and the Black Messiah will win Best Picture this year.
Ooh. Yeah.
Based on no physical evidence besides the fact that I think that it's a political movie in a political time with a statement that's still relative.
I hate to agree with you, but that's probably the best pick.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wow, look at this. Look how quickly the sheep come back to the fold.
I'm going to go with Nomadland because of the shitting in the bucket.
All right.
Theory.
Okay. Shitting in the bucket does it for Lucas.
Yeah. Out of all those movies, I'll say Promising Young Woman is the best movie.
No, I think it was the best one too. I saw Minari. I didn't see Mank. I saw Judas and the Black Messiah. I didn't see The Father. I saw Nomadland. I saw I didn't see
I'll take Promising Young Woman just so there's a chance. Since it sounds like a great movie.
Saying there's a chance.
Saying there's a
Beautiful.
Chance.
Well, lock them in, ladies and gentlemen. That is our Oscar 2021 picks. So yeah, you're good to go there. By the way, the TPC in Scottsdale golf course is now going to have a full-blown casino inside of it. They're going to allow gambling, sports betting there, the whole fucking shebang. Yeah, the PGA is in on it.
Fucking rage.
So hell yeah, dude. The People's Open, which is the #1 populated, like they get like 1 million fans for the weekend there every year. It's always the weekend at Super Bowl. It's always in Phoenix, and it's a blast. I've been there a couple times, but now they're going to have a casino on top of it. So good for them. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything else crazy happen in your lives? Or Brenton, how was your vaccine?
It was fine. It hurt for like 12 hours just where it went in, and then I got ice cream.
You got it anally though, right?
Yes.
Cool.
That's how you're supposed to do it, right?
Mm-hmm. Right up the old poop chute. Good for you. Yeah, again, if you're in Omaha, please come down to my shows at the Waiting Room Lounge.com. Thank you to Joel in advance for a wonderful weekend. And I'm excited to go down there. So should be fun. That is the podcast for this week. Thank you for listening. Please tell somebody else to like and subscribe, rate and review, and do all those things. I love you all, and we'll talk to you next week.
Go Bills.